Namaskar to all of you. Today I would like to speak about mysticism. Mysticism is the never-ending endeavor to find link between finite and infinite. It is never-ending endeavor to find out link between limited and unlimited. It is never-ending endeavor to find out link between self and super self is called mysticism. It is the human wants. They never be satisfied with limited being, something limited. It says in sloka, Nalpe shukamasti bhuneva shukamasti Nalpe shukamasti bhuneva shukamasti. Human hunger cannot be satisfied with something limited. Human thirst never be satisfied with something finite. When human come in contact of spirituality, they come first in contact with aesthetic science. Aesthetic science, it is so subtle to subtle. When reaches mind subtle to subtle, the pinnacle of human glory. In aesthetic science, every human being has in own their skills. Just they have to do in a nice way, in a lucid way, how to present in front of the world, before the world. So every human being has their own skill. They can do it in aesthetic way. Aesthetic way of life or aesthetic science is not always something pleasant. It may not be something pleasant. So when one moves towards the Supreme Being, directly or indirectly, that person comes in contact with spirituality. So spirituality means it is concerned with the infinite. So when finite comes in contact with the infinite, that is called yoga. In Sanskrit it says yoga means addition. Addition means plus. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. 2 apples plus 2 apples equal to 4 apples. Before addition, after addition, individuality and identity can never be changed. It remains unchanged. So if you see, there are 4 apples, 2 plus 2, 4 apples. So when you see, so you can count in their own individuality. 1 apple, then 2 apple, then 3 apple, 4 apples. After addition also it has own individuality, own identity. So according to mystic style, yoga means unification. Unification means we can take an example of sugar and water. So when you add sugar or salt, so when you add sugar or salt in the water, it become one with that water. So itself is become one with water. So there you cannot find out their own individuality and own identity. It becomes one with that water. So this is called yoga. So unification is yoga. Samyoga yoga ite te jivatma paramatma. So the unification between Jivatma and Paramatma. So when Jivatma merge with that Paramatma, it will become one with that. So the unit mind, this unit being will be merged with cosmic being. It will never have its own individuality and identity. That is called yoga. So in Sanskrit what they say is that 2 plus 2. So that is not yoga. So yoga is real term, real meaning is unification. Unification is real yoga. So each and every human being, even in animate and inanimate, so everyone has in their own hunger, own thirst. According to mysticism, you can see the link between limited and unlimited. So that is the beauty of mysticism. So when you see plants and animals, then human beings, less developed, then more developed. So the plants, whatever they act, whatever they do, according to their inborn instincts. So their inborn instincts, if the inborn instincts encourage them, the plants or animals will become very happy. They feel pleasure. If the plants and animals discouraged by inborn instincts, it feels pain. It feels pain. So the animals and plants, they have little conscious. That itself is sufficient for them. Their mind is little developed. That's why their brain also very small. Mentally also they are undeveloped. So for them conscious is sufficient, little sufficient. No need of subconscious, no need of unconscious state of mind, according to their inborn instincts. So when you see, according to human psychology, the humans movement, the human movement is psycho-spiritual movement. Psycho-spiritual movement. So psycho-spiritual movement never be suppressed, never be checked. That is the specialty of human beings. God Himself has added that seed in the beginning of the human being's life. So that seed of desires, whether you love or not, whether you want or not, knowingly, unknowingly, you will start your movement towards spirituality, towards spirituality, towards spiritual being. Okay? So, human mind always wants unlimited happiness. But what he does, he is searching unlimited happiness within this limited thing. So, how he will be satisfied? So, the yoga is valuable. Yoga is leading human beings towards unlimited happiness. So, whatever the human wants, so everything is in yoga. So, our physical body, the structure, it has made according to that yoga. Our physical structure, the human being's purpose, have come on this earth to do spiritual practice. So, whether illiterate or literate, whether educated or uneducated, whether a man fat or thin, whether a rich or poor, whether girls or boys, whoever may be, they have to come in contact with Supreme Consciousness. So here Sri Anandamurti ji says, you must come in contact with Supreme Being, Supreme Entity, whatever you want to say, whether the resource, whether the Supreme Consciousness, whether that cosmic entity, whether that is cosmic being, or whether it is infinite, whether it is unlimited. But you have to be, you must be, come to contact with God. So, human beings, we have to move towards on the path of spirituality. So, our everything is God only. The plants, what is the difference between plants and animals? Plants remains in one own place. Animals used to move here and there. And human beings, psycho-spiritual movement, developed mind. So if you go while doing meditation, you can achieve God. Already the thirst of desire, that unlimited hunger is there. So if you search in limited things, you never be satisfied. They never be satisfied. So it says in that sloka, Nalpe shukamasti Bhuneva shukamasti. Human hunger, never be satisfied with limited being. Just underline it in your mental plate. You have to come, you must come in contact with meditation. While observing meditation, while practicing meditation, you will get that unlimited happiness, unlimited thirst, which you can fulfill with that unlimited of divine nectar. By achieving Him, you will find out everything. So instead of that, human beings, what they do? They searching that infinite happiness in the stone, okay, in the pictures, in the trees, in other limited things. He is unlimited. How you will find out the unlimited happiness from limited things? So unlimited, for unlimited happiness, for unlimited one, people are making the stone and worshipping the stone as a god. So but human mind knows that that stone is going to be limited. So now I am talking. At the same time, when I finish this sentence, you are listening. Here third person is there or not, whether God is listening or not. We know that God is everywhere, within you, within me, within this wall, everywhere. So if you ask, you will say definitely, yes, God is there, God is listening. But we cannot see, but we can realize. How? While meditating, we can realize. That's why in the previous stage, in the ancient times, those whoever the ancestors, the saints, monks, they said, just close your eyes, God is within you, you will realize. When we see the sweet, yeah, that is sweet. I can say only that is sweet. But when you eat, you will feel, you will taste it, yeah, that is sweet. So here our Guru Sri Sri Anandamurti Ji is giving example of Rasagulla. You know the sweet. So if those they are not knowing that is sweet, but they have to taste it, they have to eat it. Similarly, everybody, whoever has come this world, they have to meditate. While meditating, they will realize the feelings, that embracing, that power of God. So our mind is not to attain, not to achieve the occult powers. Our mind, our thoughts, our feelings has to be channelized towards the God. Our aim is to attain Him. There is a saying, if I tell you, you may remember or you may forget. If I show you, you may remember or you may identify it. If I make you feel, you will never forget forever. So if I say, there is a mic, so if you speak through that mic, you can listen. Just if I say like that, those never seen that mic, how they will understand? So they may understand, may not be. If I will show them this is mic, they will never forget, because that picture, it takes the shape in their mental plate. So always they will remember. If I tell them, if you speak in this mic, the sound will reach to other people. The mic has power. So when they do in practical way, while practicing mic, they will feel it and they will never forget and forever. So meditation is like that. We have to do, we have to practice it. Then only we will able to attain Him. So the beauty of mysticism is that never ending endeavor to find out link between limited and unlimited. It is never ending endeavor to find out link between limited and unlimited. It is never ending to find out. It is never ending to endeavor to find out link between self and super self. Okay, lot of thanks. Namaskar.